Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I feel like it's become part of my Saturday routine to sit down and film a new makeup releases video and talk to you guys about all of the new products, and I love it. I feel like it's such a fun way to kick off the weekend. I love reading your comments on Sunday, so I hope your weekend has been really good. I wanted to sit down and talk about the new makeup because there are a lot of products. I didn't film one last week, so I feel like we have a lot to catch up on, a lot of Valentine's Day collections, some eyeshadow palettes, all kinds of things. So I don't know that I plan on buying a lot of these products, but I still think there are some really fun releases, so I just thought it'd be fun to chat about them. So let's jump into it. Okay, let's start with this. Urban Decay has a new palette that's available now on their website. So I'm filming this video on Saturday, like I said. It's actually going to be available in Ulta stores tomorrow on Sunday, the day this video goes live. I actually have to run a few errands tomorrow, so I might stop at my local Ulta to see what this looks like in person because I'm kind of curious. I feel like Urban Decay's promo photos are always just a little bit off, and it's hard to tell what the actual colors are going to look like. This is the Wild Greens eyeshadow palette, so it says that it will be available at Sephora later on in February. From what I read so far, just on Instagram in the comments, people are kind of split on how they feel about this, so I'm really curious to know what you guys think. I feel like some people are still holding out hope and want to see something really dramatic and colorful from Urban Decay like they used to do in the past, but I don't know if that version of Urban Decay is ever going to come back around. I feel like they have definitely fallen more in the neutral category, which I'm not opposed to. A lot of people love neutral palettes at this point in time. I don't know, like looking at this, I kind of feel like it has a Naked palette color story, just in different packaging. You have the half neutrals, half greens. The greens are a little bit more toned down, and I kind of wonder if they originally designed this as a Naked palette and then put it in different packaging after they got a lot of backlash last year. I feel like after they launched Naked Cyber, so many people said they were over the Naked palettes more than ever before, at least from what I've read online, and I don't know that Naked Cyber did that well, so I wonder if they kind of listened to consumer feedback in that way and just changed up the packaging, the design. At the same time, I feel like these things are kind of in production for a while, so maybe that wasn't the case. Some people were saying there weren't enough green eyeshadows in this palette, but I mean, almost half the palette is green. Urban Decay would never make a fully green palette, so I honestly feel like this is pretty green and pretty colorful for them. I think the neutrals complement the greens really well. I'm kind of curious about this one. I mean, as for the formula, who knows? The last Urban Decay palette I tried was the Urban Decay Naked Cyber, and that formula just was not good for Urban Decay. It had some good shadows in it, but overall it was pretty inconsistent. So I'm kind of curious to pick this one up, just out of like pure curiosity. Also, I do like green eyeshadow. I've kind of been wanting to get more into colorful eyeshadow again this year, and I feel like this would be fun. They're also doing a new mascara. This is supposed to lift, fan, and volumize every lash from root to tip. It's a quick drying vegan formula. It's supposed to be smudge proof, transfer resistant. Oh, but it also removes easily. So I kind of wonder if it's a tubing mascara by the way it's described. Actually, here's a before and after photo. I'll put it on the screen. The lashes look really nice in these photos. They look a little bit more natural, but they're definitely lifted, curled. I usually like a dramatic mascara, but I think I would try that out. Actually, here's another photo. These green eyeshadow looks look really pretty too. I actually think these promo photos make the palette look a little bit more appealing than the photos of the actual palette. So what do you guys think of this collection? Are you curious to try it out? I know Urban Decay still has a lot of fans. I know a lot of people aren't into Urban Decay palettes, but typically I do really like their palettes, especially for quick, simple looks. So I had mentioned the Natasha Denona Mini Crush palette in my last Purchaser Pass video, but I think we only had like a sneak peek photo. It is available now on Sephora's website and Natasha Denona's website if you're interested in trying it out. So it is limited edition. It's $25. It does come with a little brush, which is kind of nice too, but the description says this is based on the mid-sized Love palette. And I do feel like now that there's a little bit of a better photo, they do look pretty similar. Sometimes when she does her like smaller mini palettes, they're very different than the mid-sized palettes, so they're really complementary. And I do feel like this would be pretty complementary to the mid-sized Love palette, but I'm just not wearing like super intense bright pinks and purples as much, at least lately. So I feel like I'm pretty set with my Love palette. I need to break it out and wear it again because I do love that one so much. So I don't plan on picking this up. It's super pretty, but I feel like I'm good for now. I love looking at all of the different Valentine's Day releases. I just don't know that I'll be buying a lot of them this year. Even if that is the case, I think it's so much fun that brands are doing Valentine's Day collections, and they have been for the past few years, but I just think it's such a fun holiday to create makeup around because the packaging is always so cute, and I love like the pink and purple and red theme. I think it's just something a little bit different. So Colourpop also did a really fun Valentine's Day collection called the Secret Admirer collection. There are a lot of products in this collection. There are quite a few of their Fresh Kiss lip creams, a 9-pan eyeshadow palette, the Heart pressed powder blushes, which they did last year, but they added a bunch of new shades. And then there's also a hairbrush, hair clips, a Soul Body shimmering body powder, a dry oil, and then a 4th Ray Beauty moisturizer and lip mask duo. So I actually did get this collection in the mail as PR. I was planning on doing like a TikTok or an Instagram reel. A YouTube video would be more ideal, but it just came like a day before the collection went live, and then some of the products are already sold out. So I do still plan on filming some sort of video with it. I think I'll do like a Valentine's Day makeup look. That way, if you purchase the collection or anything from it, maybe it can give you some inspiration as to like a different look you can create. It's a pretty big collection, but I think out of everything, I am most excited about the Heart blushes. I've mentioned this before, I never have good luck with their pressed powder blushes in general. Whenever they do like a fun collection, like a collab collection, or they just do any sort of collection that has powder blushes, they don't typically work for me. And usually they do like this same bright orangey color or hot pink color over and over. So when they released these powder blushes last year, I was so surprised because the formula is really, really smooth. It's still powdery, but they just sit on the skin a little bit better than other powder blushes from Colourpop. So I still have the 3 Heart blushes in my collection from last year, and I think they are so pretty. So I think it was really fun they expanded it, and I love the colors they created. I think they sold out pretty fast once they went live, but hopefully they will restock them because that's definitely one of like the cutest products they've created that actually works well too. So again, I do plan on filming some sort of Valentine's Day look, and I'll use the eyeshadow palette, the other products from the collection. But what do you guys think? I think out of all of the Valentine's Day collections I've seen so far, this is definitely one of my favorites. And I feel like that's saying a lot because typically Colourpop, they don't have a hold on me like they used to, but I definitely think this collection is super cute. Colourpop also released this collection called All the Buzz. It's a cute collection. I feel like it's fun for spring. I'm pretty sure I saw this on the Ulta website just scrolling through all of the new releases, but you can also get it on Colourpop's website. There are 3 different sets. Each one has like a 9-pan eyeshadow palette, 2 Super Shock shadows, a gloss, and then a mini Soul shimmering body powder. So if you want to purchase the individual like mini collection, you can get it for $44, but you can also purchase the products individually. So it's cute. It's fun for spring. Honestly, this one doesn't jump out at me, especially compared to the Valentine's Day collection, which I feel like is a lot of fun. I'm sure that I have products that are already very similar to these, so I don't plan on trying this one out. But if you are curious about it, it is available now. Profusion released a new collection that I think is really cute. I never would have thought this was Profusion just looking at it initially because I do feel like a lot of their eyeshadow palettes kind of have similar packaging, just like that cheap plastic packaging, but their eyeshadow quality is really good and definitely affordable. So whenever I try one of their products, it typically works well for me. I love their brushes, their lip oils are good, their eyeshadows are nice, and I would love to try more of their products in 2022, but this is the Desert Sage collection. You can get it now at Walmart. I actually think that this is a really fun collection. I love the photos. It's nice to see something different from them, like different than their typical packaging. I really hate the layout of the palette. And I hate to say it because I think it's cute, it's unique, it's different, but I just personally don't love when brands do different sized pans for different colors. I definitely prefer like the same size pan throughout, and I usually prefer like circles or squares. Something like this, I mean, while it's kind of fun, I feel like I just don't end up reaching for a palette that has different shaped pans. I'm not even sure what it is, honestly. It could be the most amazing palette. Like if my favorite palette, the Natasha Denona Bronze palette, had weird shaped pans, I just probably wouldn't reach for it. I feel like it's just something subconsciously that stops me from using palettes like that whenever they're in my collection. So I just know myself, I won't purchase it based on that reason, but I do feel like the colors in here are really fun. I think it's just nice they're switching it up, doing something different. So even though it's not for me, I can definitely appreciate it. I've never tried one of their sponges, but I do love their brushes. They are so good. I end up reaching for my Profusion brushes over like really expensive brushes that I have. I don't have a ton of expensive brushes, but I've like It Cosmetics, Smashbox, and while I love those, my Profusion brushes are just as good. They're really, really nice. Mel Cosmetics released a new product, so they have 5 new eyeliners that are supposed to provide a bright, wide eye effect in the waterline. It says they have opaque coverage in one gentle swipe. They're supposed to be smudge-proof and transfer resistant with 10 hours of wear. So they're $19 each, or you can get the bundle on the Melt Cosmetics website for $65 if you want all of them. They will be available. Oh, that's a pretty good discount, because if you were to purchase them separately, that would be close to $100. So $65 would save you quite a bit, but they will be available at Sephora on February 8th. These are really pretty. I feel like it's just a practical product that a lot of people use on a daily basis. One of the questions that I still get asked a lot is, which eyeliner do I recommend for the waterline that will not move, will not smudge? So many people have trouble with keeping their eyeliner in place on the waterline. I feel like that's the case for me too, because my eyes tend to be pretty watery, and a lot of the eyeliners that I love, like Urban Decay and LA Girl, while they're really good and they do stay in place well, they're not necessarily like 10-hour wearing liners. The best ones that I've tried are the Too Faced Killer liners. They're a little bit more expensive. They're probably similar in price to the Melt Cosmetics ones. Those stay in place so well. They're matte eyeliners. They're not super creamy, so I feel like that's why they do last so well on the waterline. So that's also a good option, but these look nice. I'm kind of curious to try them out. I'm not in a big hurry, but during the next Sephora VIB sale in the spring, I'll probably add one to my order, because I feel like a good staple nude eyeliner for the waterline is always nice to have. M Cosmetics released a new neutral collection, and I can't help but like this. M Cosmetics is a brand that whenever they release something, it catches my eye. I feel like they do a really good job with just interesting products. Their marketing photos are always gorgeous, and this is no exception. It's called the Masterpiece Collection. So there are 2 different eyeshadow palettes, 2 blushes, and then 2 lip products. So you can purchase the full collection for $194 if you want all the products. I want all the products, but I won't do that. You can also purchase them separately. So the eyeshadow palettes are $40, the blushes are $34, and the lip products are $23. I really like the Divine Skies eyeshadow palette formula. I have an orange one. I think it was Faded Clementine, which is really colorful. And I think it's kind of interesting because she has 2 other ones available, and now these 2, and they're all toned down, kind of neutral palettes. The other 2 have more pink undertones. These are definitely more neutral, but I've been waiting for her to release like another Divine Skies palette that catches my eye, because I love the orange one that I have so much. I think I ranked it, when did I rank it? It was 2020, I think, and I ranked it pretty high, like when I did my end of the year wrap up, because it's just such a good palette. It's definitely an underrated formula. It just performs so well. It's a little bit more expensive. $40 for 6 shadows is a lot these days, because for $40 you can usually get a large palette, but I just think that one is so nice. So I've been kind of curious about what else she was going to release, and I wanted to try another one. There's a pink one that I think about trying from time to time, and I think I might pick up one of these. I've just been loving neutrals so much lately, and I just love like smaller, more curated palettes. I really like the tones in the darker one. I think the mattes and the shimmers are just so pretty. They go so well together, and I just know that I would get a lot of use out of it. I'm also certain I probably have similar colors in my collection, but I don't know, the formula is just so good, so I'm really thinking about it. I also have one of her blushes. I think I have the Faded Clementine one as well, and her blush doesn't have like a lot of pigment to it. I feel like it's more of like a blush topper or a blush highlighter hybrid that you can wear on top of other products. It just gives your cheeks like a very subtle glow, which I love. That is like what I look for in blushes. So I'm kind of tempted to grab one of these new ones too. I just think they look so pretty on the models. Like when you look at the products, initially you're like, okay, it's like a neutral collection, but then you see what it looks like on the skin. I don't know. I think I might pick up a few products from this collection. I know that it is like a basic neutral collection, but honestly, that's just what I'm into these days. I like colorful eyeshadow. I like colorful lip products, but I just don't wear them as much. So I think I might try these. I feel like this collection is pulling me in. Milk Makeup has 2 new liquid products, which sound interesting. I feel like these are the types of products I want to love, but I just don't know that they're for me. So this is the Bionic Liquid Bronzer. It's available now at Sephora for $30. It comes in 3 shades. I do feel like there's a good variation between those 3 shades. I'm assuming because it's a liquid, you could build it up really easily or sheer it out really easily. So there's probably some room within those shades. So it's described as a weightless liquid bronzer with skincare benefits that can be dialed up for a warm sun-kissed finish or sheared out for a soft, diffused contour. So I guess that's our answer right there. I don't think I've ever tried a liquid bronzer. I'm sure that I've tried liquid highlighter. I have tried some like serum type blushes, but I don't know about liquid bronzer. I feel like that is just way out of my comfort zone. I just got into cream bronzers last year, so I don't know. I feel like liquids are a little bit too intimidating for me. I feel like you could just apply way too much, and before you know it, your skin will just be like a streaky mess. So I think they look pretty, but I don't think it's the formula for me personally. If you guys try it out, I would love to hear your thoughts, or if you have any other liquid bronzer alternatives. I know Charlotte Tilbury makes those blush wands and contour wands that are kind of like a liquid product, and Makeup Revolution has something similar, so maybe I'll try that, but I don't know, this just looks a little bit too intimidating for me. They also did a highlighter version, so this is the Bionic Glow Illuminating Liquid Highlighter, which is $34. So they only have 2 shades of this. They have Reality, which is a luminous bronze, and then they also have Virtual, which is a luminous peach. You know which product I've been kind of curious to try out lately? The Auric by Samantha Ravendall Glow Lust. When that initially came out, I felt like that just wasn't something that would have worked well for me, but I feel like I've gotten a little bit more into cream products lately, and I know that is like a liquid highlighter, but even people who don't typically wear a lot of liquids or cream products say that works really well for them. So I'm kind of curious to try that along with her like cream eyeshadow formula. So if I do try any sort of liquid highlighter, it will probably be that. If you guys have tried that, I would love to know which shade you use, or her cream shadows too. I wanted to buy one of her cream shadows, but the duo that I wanted was out of stock for a while. So I do need to place an order for that in 2022 at some point, because I just hear nonstop good things about it. So for me, I won't be buying the Milk makeup products, but I do think they look kind of interesting. So Jaclyn Cosmetics released a new collection. This is an addition to her Pout Spoken line. It's called the Bright and Bold collection. So she basically released some like bright and bold lipsticks. There are 7 different Pout Spoken liquid lipsticks for $20 each, and then 7 new matching lip liners for $18 each. They also did a lip sharpener for $9 and a lipstick remover for $14. So this collection will be available on February 3rd on their website. I actually did try a Jaclyn Cosmetics liquid lipstick. I think I got it as like a free gift with purchase when I placed an Ulta Beauty order, because all of a sudden one day I just had one, and I think that's what happened. And I'll be honest, it felt pretty dry, but I don't know if it's because the formula was dry or because I just don't wear liquid lipstick these days. I never reach for matte liquid lipsticks. I feel like I haven't really reached for them since, again, before 2020. I might have worn them like once or twice in YouTube videos, but I usually wear like lip oils, lip glosses, cream lipsticks. So I just feel like in general, that type of formula isn't for me these days. I know a lot of people still love liquid lipsticks. When I've asked you guys in the past, some of you said that you wear them because they stay in place all day long for you when you're at work and you're talking and eating and drinking, or you just prefer to apply your makeup in the morning and not have to worry about it throughout the day. So I definitely think there is a market for liquid lipsticks even now in 2022. But for me personally, I'm just really into glossy lips as a whole, or just comfortable lip products, just something that doesn't feel dry on my lips. So for me, I don't plan on buying any of these right now, but I feel like it makes sense. She's kind of still like a newer brand and she's expanding her line, but for me, I'll be skipping over that one. It looks like Kylie Cosmetics is back with a Valentine's Day collection. Is this the first collection back? Honestly, I don't know. I might have missed some of her recent launches. I don't usually keep up with the brand that much, but this one kind of caught my eye because it is a Valentine's Day collection. I just like looking at the different Valentine's Day collections out there. The packaging is, of course, super cute. They always do a good job with their packaging, and I feel like this is cuter than their other collections that they've even done in the past. But there's an eyeshadow palette, a highlighter, a lip gloss set, 2 lip kits, lashes, and then also really cute blush sticks. I do think it's a cute collection. I like that everything is heart-shaped, the colors are fun, the packaging is fun. I think as far as the actual products go, the blushes look nice and the highlighter looks really nice too. I mean, even the swatches of the lip products look nice, but for me, I'm just going to skip over it. I don't need any of these products. I don't know, the Valentine's Day collections are fun to look at. I just feel like there's nothing I really need this year, but if you are curious about it, it will be available on February 3rd. LA Girl has a couple of new products, including this lip oil. I love lip oils these days, so whenever a new brand releases one, especially a drugstore brand, I typically do pick it up to try it out. So I did pick up one of these. I think I got the shade Shimmer Coconut, but they have a strawberry one, a vanilla one, watermelon, coconut, and grapefruit. So I haven't been into an Ulta store in a really long time, but I did place an online order because I needed hairspray. So I picked up a couple of other things as well because I had a 20% off coupon, which was nice. So I do plan on trying that out. They also have a couple of new eyeshadow palettes. This one is the Festy Bestie palette. It's $16.99 and it has some pretty colorful shades in it. It's actually $15.99. I said the wrong price. So this has like oranges, blues, purples. I did pick up a couple of palettes in this format last year and they're pretty big. I feel like based on the photo online, you wouldn't expect them to be that big, but they're definitely larger palettes. And I do like LA Girl's formula. Their metallic shadows are super intense, really vibrant, which is nice. So if you're looking for a colorful palette, I do think that this one is fun. They also did a neutral one. Let me pull it up. This one is Nudie Cutie, which obviously comes with more neutral shadows. The only colorful shade in there is like that orangey shadow. So if you wear a lot of neutrals and you're looking for a new palette, this one might be a great option. It's only $16. Their formula really is so good. I mean, part of me is curious to try this out because I love neutrals. Their palettes are pretty big. So I feel like that is one reason why I don't plan on picking these up. But they did like a lighter assortment of shades and then they did a deeper assortment of shades. Those deeper shades look like they would create such a pretty smoky eye. So no, I can't buy it. I feel like there are just a lot of neutral palettes on my wish list right now. I won't pick that one up, but I do think their formula is really good. Last thing, speaking of Ulta Beauty, I saw that Fenty Beauty is coming to Ulta Beauty, which is so crazy. It's been really cool to see Ulta Beauty get different brands this past year. If you guys didn't know, I was actually working with Ulta Beauty as part of like their Ulta Beauty collective. They chose, was it 20 or 25? For some reason, my brain cannot remember. I think it was 25 of us to be able to work with them for a year-long partnership. So most of that partnership was on Instagram. But I feel like because of that, I was able to see like the different brands coming to Ulta, just like their excitement and different things like that. And they have acquired a lot of really new and interesting brands. So I think it's really fun that Fenty is coming there as well. I don't know if that was confirmed by Ulta, but I saw that on the Trend Mood Instagram. They recently got Chanel. I use cruelty-free products, so I personally don't use Chanel, but I just think it's interesting to see all the different brands coming to Ulta Beauty. I have always preferred to shop at Ulta Beauty. Their point system is unmatched. It's so much better than Sephora's. And if they continue to get more brands that I thought were Sephora exclusives, I would be all for it. I think shopping in-store at Ulta Beauty has always been a better experience for me too. The people who work there at my local Ulta Beauty are so nice. And I feel like you can get so many more products in one trip. And like I said, their point system is the best. So I think that's exciting. I would love to see even more brands available at Ulta Beauty in 2022. Actually, before I go, there is one more makeup release that was just posted on the Trend Mood Instagram. This is the Beauty Bay Love Notes palette. So it's going to be available on January 31st. It is $18 and it's really cute. So it's a Valentine's Day release, and I think that this one isn't quite as intensely pink as a lot of the other Valentine's Day releases. This one has a good mix of like pinks, purples, reds, even some neutrals. So I just filmed a video not too long ago about older eyeshadow palettes on my wish list, and there's one that I forgot, but one that popped up in, I don't know, where did I see it? On Instagram, on YouTube. I completely forgot that last year Beauty Bay did this really pretty palette that had like greens and blues, and when I talked about it in a purchase or pass video, a ton of you guys said that you really like the Beauty Bay formula. So I'm kind of curious to try it out at some point. This palette looks really pretty. I haven't spent a lot of time looking at Beauty Bay products, but I think that there is just like a fun assortment of colors in here. I like that there's a good amount of purples as well. A lot of the Valentine's Day releases are very pink, very red, and this one has some pinks, some reds, some neutrals, but also some purples too. So $18 I think is a pretty good price point for such a pretty palette. I'm reading through the comments, a lot of people are saying that they like it. So what do you guys think about this palette? I don't know. I feel like, recently I said that I'm over eyeshadow palettes, and I feel like that remains true. Before I buy too many new palettes, I need to do a declutter and see what I have and kind of focus on my collection. So again, I don't know that I'll be buying this. I'm not buying a lot that I talked about in today's video, but I do think it's fun to look at the new Valentine's Day collections. And if you guys have tried Beauty Bay products, do you have any recommendations? Because I do want to try something from the brand this year. Okay, you guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I feel like this was a long one, so I'll try to edit it down so it's not too long, but I hope you guys have a great week. I have some other videos coming your way this week. I have my FabFitFun video going up. I want to do the eyeshadow palette tag round 2 that Samantha March and Allie Glimes created. I might actually film that next. And then I have a couple of other things too. But thank you guys for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys very soon with a new one. Bye.